Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors Draymond Green shares eye-opening claim on big challenge amid back troubles. For years, putting Draymond Green at center allowed the Golden State Warriors to unlock their best lineup combinations whenever the level of adversity they were facing was at its highest. With Green at the 5, the Warriors were able to switch plenty of matchups defensively, thanks to his versatility, while his playmaking at the position opens up the floor for Stephen Curry and company. However, the Warriors have had to rely on Green to hold the fort at the center position on a full-time basis over the past month or so. Nevertheless, Green is confident that he can give it his all in this new full-time role for the Warriors, especially when he has plenty of capable understudies ready to step up just in case the back injury that landed him on the injury report prior to their Wednesday night battle against the Memphis Grizzlies resurface. I can do it. I'm cut out for it. I don't overly worry about it because I know we have 5s that are perfectly capable of taking over and doing what we need them to do. It's not something I think about, Green said, per Anthony Slater of The Athletic. For the past 2 seasons, Warriors fans have clamored for their team to add more size, as they have become overly reliant on the perimeter game to work in their favor. But instead, Steve Kerr decided to double down on small ball. Kevin Looney and Tracy Jackson-Davis tend to cramp the team's spacing while Dario Saric, after a torrid start to the season, has cooled down, and he isn't exactly an impactful defender. It was on January 30th when Kerr essentially named Green as his full-time starting center. Since then, the Warriors have seen marked improvement in their play. They have gone 17-8 since the aforementioned date, with Green averaging 8.4 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 6.0 assists, with the Warriors ranking 7th in net rating, plus 5.5, since making the switch. With the Warriors facing an uphill climb as they jockey for positioning in the Western Conference standings, they have little margin of error, hence their decision to give Green this kind of responsibility. However, Green is no spring chicken anymore. He's already 34 years old, and as capable as he is of battling against the biggest bruisers in the association, it's valid to question whether or not his body will hold up in the long run. Beyond his health, Green will also have to be mindful not to get into too many skirmishes. Being the Warriors' starting center means then he's spending more time banging in the paint, so he'll have to keep his cool as well in addition to staying healthy. Draymond Green said that he believes that the Warriors have other capable options at the 5, so he doesn't worry about holding back in the fear of re-aggravating his back injury. But just how capable are they in case the worst-case scenario comes to life? Kevin Looney, one of the Warriors' most trusted players over the past half-decade, has been out of the rotation as of late. Ditto for Dario Saric. Meanwhile, Tracy Jackson-Davis is earning his keep, so he might be the team's best option in case Green goes down. He is a lob threat who even managed to put Victor Wembanyama on a poster, and he is rapidly improving as a defender. Paul Pierce argues that Stephen Curry's influence is greater than LeBron James and Michael Jordan. In a guest appearance on Undisputed this week, Celtics legend Paul Pierce explained why Stephen Curry is the most influential player in NBA history. Pierce says his influence on the game is unparalleled to anything else we've seen, and it's evident during every regular season game. Since Steph's influence on the NBA, there's been more 20-point comebacks because teams are shooting the ball more from 3, said Pierce. They're trapping players, they're signing bigs who can shoot the 3. Steph Curry's influence on the game has been greater than LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant. I watched the Celtics game last night and their first 10 shots were 3-pointers. Everybody thinks they can be Steph. The kids now around America believe they can be Steph. They know they can't be Jordan, or LeBron, or Kobe. People often that Michael Jordan is the NBA's most influential player ever just based on what he did for the sport, the culture, and the league itself. There was a stretch in the late 90s when he was among the most popular people on the planet. Today, While Steph Curry may not be as beloved as Jordan was, it's hard to argue that he didn't change things at a level that nobody else has. During the Warriors' first breakout season in 2014-15, it was Steph who led the way for them, and his mastery of long-distance shooting, and it exposed the entire league to how dangerous the three-pointer could be when utilized to maximum efficiency. Today, for titles and 2 MVPs later, Curry set the stage for what has become a three-point revolution. The shot is not just popular in the league today, it's necessary for survival by any player who wants to enjoy a long and prosperous career. It's Steph who made things the way they are, and whether you love him or hate him, you have to acknowledge how special his run has been. Stephen Curry is just one of many NBA superstars who have left their mark on the game, but Steph's resume and his impact on the game itself puts him in special company as one of the all-time greats. In 14 seasons so far, Curry is averaging 24.8 points, 6.4 assists, and 4.7 rebounds per game on 47.3% shooting. He's a 4x champion, 2x MVP, 10x All-Star, and 9x All-NBA player. This season marks his 15th with the Warriors, and while Golden State is only 10th in the West, Steph's presence gives them a chance against anyone. Recently, Curry has found himself mixed up in all kinds of GOAT talk, including from his fellow peers who have had a lot of good things to say. Over the past few years, both Draymond Green and Kevin Durant have tagged Curry as the greatest point guard ever, and nobody can say he doesn't at least belong in the conversation. Without Steph, the NBA wouldn't be what it is today, and the game might resemble something completely unrecognizable from the modern product. But no matter your thoughts on the new NBA, this is a product of Steph's doing, and very few players have ever reached that level of influence. Draymond Green calls out Grizzlies coach Taylor Jenkins for flopping during scrimmage. Draymond Green thinks that Taylor Jenkins pulled a Matt Ishbia on Wednesday night. The Golden State Warriors star Green was involved in a light skirmish during Wednesday night's game against the Memphis Grizzlies. Green and Grizzlies big man Santi Aldama got physical with one another after a made basket in the second quarter. As the two teams headed to a timeout shortly thereafter, Green started exchanging words with Grizzlies guard Desmond Bane. Players and coaches from both teams then got mixed up in the scrum, and Grizzlies head coach Taylor Jenkins, who had his back turned talking to a referee, was knocked to the ground. Here is the video of the full sequence. Green and Bane were handed double technical fouls for the incident. The Warriors went on to win by a 137-116 blowout final score. During an episode of his self-titled podcast for The Volume on Thursday, Green called out Jenkins for a supposed acting job. "Taylor Jenkins took a dive," said Green. "Taylor Jenkins milked it, and I could not believe that he milked it like that. He's laying on the court milking it, and their trainer comes up to him. The trainer asked Taylor Jenkins, like, 'You okay?' He's like, strained whisper, 'I'm okay. I'm okay.' Trying to milk it. And that to me is absolutely insane." Jenkins, 39, has served as the head coach of the Grizzlies for the last 5 seasons. For much of that time, the Grizzlies have had a long-running feud with the Warriors, including some notable incidents involving Green. While the rivalry has cooled a bit this season now that the Grizzlies are far out of playoff contention and the Warriors are just a play-in team, Wednesday's incident proved that there is still some bad blood there. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation, Taylor Jenkins? Leave your opinion in the comments.